Hi everybody, it is Christina with the Family Support and Community Engagement team, and I wanted to hop on really quick and just show you guys a few things that we have been utilizing here at home for homeschooling, virtual learning, distance learning, whatever you want to call it. We are now almost a year into this for our family personally, and so I have so many things to share with you. I'm trying to pick and choose and limit a little bit because I don't want to overwhelm anyone. And by all means, if you ever have more questions or if you need more, please feel free to reach out to me personally. You can do that in the ATS family support group, or you can email me as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So we do have twin boys, so they're the same age. Ethan and Braden are 9, almost 10, and they are in 4th grade. So hopefully that gives you a general idea of the types of things that I'm getting ready to share. But I also want you to keep in mind, so for Braden, things are pretty typical on that end as what a 4th grader would be working on. So academically, cognitively, things like that. Braden is almost 10 years old, and so the things that I work on with him look very different than what I work on things with Ethan. So for Ethan, academically, cognitively, that looks very different. And so the things that I'm going to be sharing are going to be a little bit of both. I just figured there's so many kiddos in the group and so many amazing of you parents that, you're going to want to see both sides of things. So I'm going to start with a few things for Ethan. So this is something that we use. We love Usborne books. We have received a couple of these in the Scoodle box. I know that is now shared in our newsletter every month. So if you haven't checked out Scoodle box, you can go to scoodlebox.com. And also on the Love, Hope, and Autism page that I run we have a ton of videos on there of Ethan opening up the boxes. You can see the full-size items and all of the amazing things that come in the boxes every month. So it's different every month, and they're handpicked by an occupational therapist. So that is something that we utilize here at home as well. And so this is one that has come from there, but you can also order this straight from Usborne. So we have received some in the Scoodle box, but I've also bought other ones too. So this is the Wipe Clean First pen control. So it comes with a dry erase marker. That's why I love these, because they're reusable. And so when you open them up, you see that there? So it actually gets them into the pre-writing skill so he can trace these. And so what happens is he starts tracing on the dotted lines, and then he'll start tracing the rest of the animals as well. So this is getting the kids into those practice writing skills, pre-writing skills, things like that. Again, that's something that Ethan is working on. Braden's able to read and write and things like that, but this is something that's really helpful for Ethan. So again, this is first pen control. They all come with a Wipe Clean. So it's kind of like a dry erase board. You can wipe it off and then reuse it. There's also Wipe Clean First Letters. We love this one because Ethan's still learning on his letters. He can recognize the letters in his name now, which is amazing. And so you can see him doing some of his work in here. So again, you can trace the letters, and there are capital letters, there are lowercase letters, and then so whatever the letter is, they try to have you trace things that mimic the same letter. So these are really nice. Again, they're offered through Usborne Books. You can order those online. Melissa and Doug, another great resource. This is for scissor skills. I know a lot of our kiddos, especially with an autism diagnosis, a lot of the times they go hand in hand with occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech therapy. So for occupational therapy, with Ethan not being in school, so much of that has kind of fallen on my lap in order to make sure that he's getting the skills that he needs and the help that he needs here at home. So they'll typically send me, what he should be working on, and then either they send me things to print out and work on, or we have things like this at home that we can use too. So this is from Melissa and Doug, and it's scissor skills. It makes it a little bit more fun than just cutting a plain piece of white paper. So this one is a watermelon. Again, so you can actually cut all the way around the watermelon. So that's how we would start with Ethan. And then each piece, he could cut a slice of watermelon like that. There's ice cream cone. Nemo fish. So this one's a little bit harder. This one will go up and down like this. So there's different levels of the cutting in there too. Ethan's still pretty much at that straight level and straight edge. The curves and circles are really hard for him to do, but this is great practice and it makes it really fun. It's colorful, fun pictures and things to cut out. These are a few things that I have picked up at Target. They're typically in like the dollar section or like the 3 and under section. It's normally by like the front door. So there's different flashcards. These are sight words. Here's another sight word. So this was like level 1 sight words, level 2. So even though we're not at that point yet and Ethan's not reading, we have opened these up and at least he can recognize the photo. So even though he's not reading it yet, like he would open that and, you know, say fox, beach ball, or ball. So it's still good practice, and then eventually working up to where he's reading the word, which is really nice. There's animals and then opposites. So, you know, up, down, asleep, awake. This was a really good one that we've been working on with him as well. So some of them are a little bit confusing to him, but again, it's nice practice, and these were super cheap at Target. Here's another one that we're working on with him. So these are letters and stickers. So kind of similar to the other one where you can write in it. These were stickers that you can pop out. So the stickers are in the back here. And then you can pop them out and put them on the pictures. So what I like about this is it's letter recognition. So they're learning their letters, capital and lowercase. But then it's also that fine motor skill and the hand-eye coordination. So they're working on many different things when they're working with something like this. So I really enjoyed these. This is from, let's see what this one was. This one came in the Scooter box as well. So this was something else in the Scooter box. Again, that is a great box. And you can use code HOPE15, H-O-P-E, to get $15 off your first box. Or you can use ATS15 to get $15 off your box as well. So I hope you guys check it out. You'll see it in the newsletter. So feel free to click on the link to check that out more. I love these. These are stampers. Obviously, Bubba loves dinosaurs, so that's why we have the dinosaurs. Again, hand-eye coordination, fine motor skills, something fun, entertaining. I think this is Melissa and Doug. Yeah, so Target, Walmart, online, anything like that. Okay, now this next one I want to show you is really exciting. So this is a resource that I use a lot. She's called Autism Little Learners. She has amazing social stories. If you've never checked her out, her social stories, her visuals, she is amazing. So I cannot rave about her enough. So these are really great. So maybe you have a kiddo who sometimes you're doing virtual, sometimes you're doing in-person instruction or like a hybrid. I know that that's been offered through our district before, kind of like a hybrid model, some in-person instruction, some online instruction. So these I thought were great for the kiddos who are going back to in-person instruction and need help kind of like learning about the masks, you know, talking about them, touching them, things like that. So she actually has these visuals that you can get from her. So I think I paid $11 for this huge set of them. And again, you can pick different sets of what you want, but this was teaching kids like social distance, like how they'd have to line up. They also have like their little masks on, so it shows the teacher with a mask and each of the students with masks on their face. It's just kind of preparing them. So it's in a way a social story, but it's these visuals, and they can take them off their Velcro. So I laminated them and then I put the Velcro on them for Ethan. It's just such a great way to have these visuals. And again, to make the masks fun, so he can interchange the masks on, you know, the bus and octopus and things like that. Again, another very fun way. It's a great resource. Here's some more. Again, that's Autism Little Learners. And then put the children in the classroom. Again, in a classroom, there's a chalkboard, there's a teacher, students, there's a kid with a face shield, students with masks on. Again, just making it very inclusive and just the nice visuals to show what that's going to be like. And then it says keeping the germs away. She even has, you know, little germs like this, the mask people wear, that you can use sanitizer. There might be barriers. There's little pictures of barriers. So again, Autism Little Learners. I mean, I printed out so many. What we received for paying, like, I think it was $11 was absolutely amazing. So I printed them out at home, laminated them, and put the little things on the back. So this is a great way. So when I know when Ethan is ready to go back, that we have all these great resources to share with him and work with him leading up to him going back to in-person instruction. Okay, so that was a lot of the resources for Ethan. I will come back to a couple more. Some things that I've been utilizing for Braden. Again, his things look very, very different. So if you're working on time, this is something that we ordered. We ordered this off of Amazon. Nice big clock. Has the first hand, second hand. So again, this is a great resource. Another one off of Amazon, the United States. It's a nice big one. It's laminated, so in case you spill something on it, it doesn't get ruined. And then on the flip side, you know, showing North America, South America, and everything. So this has been extremely helpful for him in his social studies class. Another thing is math. So we have like multiplication facts and then division. The multiplication ones, and again, these are Amazon. A lot of the stuff that I've bought for Braden has been on Amazon. So these are flashcards, math flashcards that we've been using at home. They've been super, super helpful. There's also division. Let's see what else. There's a drawing book. There was like some other things that he was doing in arts. We actually got him again from Usborne. This is a drawing book that he's been practicing different things. Again, working like with art and things like that. More of what I want to show you too is we have some things on our wall. So half of our wall is for Ethan and half of our dining room wall is for Braden. So I'm going to take my phone off the holder here and try to show you some of the posters that we have on the wall. All of these are from Amazon. Most of them come in a pack, so you can't buy each one individually. The alphabet going across the top of our wall is something you can buy individually, but everything else kind of comes in a pack. So it normally has like, you know, for the younger kiddos, like shape, colors, things like that in one. And then for Braden's, it was like place value chart, numbers, the human body, and things like that. So let's see if I can take this off and kind of show you here. This is something that we've been working on with both boys, but especially Ethan. So the seasons, I'm sorry if that's backwards for you guys, but the seasons, so spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then we talk about the weather. So we typically do this before his therapist comes in the morning. We talk about what the weather is outside and then what season it is right now. And then, you know, we changed this to March today. We actually have a ton of March birthdays. And then we talk about what month it is and then what day it is. So he knows that today was Monday, that the month is March. We talked about what weather, and I'll have him tell me, you know, what's the weather today? Do you think it's cloudy? Do you think it's sunny? And he'll tell me. So we talk about that in the morning, kind of like a, you know, beginning, like morning time routine. Kids in daycare or other kids in school would be doing something like that. So we do that here at home. And so now I'm going to show you my dining room wall. Okay, so here's half of it. This would be Ethan's half, okay? So all across the top there, you can see the alphabet going all the way down. And then there's Braden's posters. Okay, so for Ethan's posters, we do the feelings, the days of the week, months of the year, numbers 1 through 10, colors, and then shapes. And then for Braden, we have the time, shapes, but these, obviously you see the difference there. His shapes, they go into like the prisms, rhombus, decagon, like his are much harder. And then the human body down here, and then it talks about the 5 senses, the liver, kidney, intestines, everything like that, because that's what 4th grade is working on. And then the place value chart, numbers, and then fractions and percentages and decimals. Those have all been extremely helpful too. And then we have a solar system up there that's been helpful. So our dining room has pretty much turned into Mrs. Abernathy's classroom for the last year. We also have visuals on the wall for Ethan over here. I'm sure many of you have seen these and utilized these at home. So this is what we have been doing for the past year, and the wall, everything on the wall has been purchased from Amazon. So that'll be easy for you to find. I can share links if you need them. But this is how we have been maintaining and trying to stay sane in such a difficult time. And I really wanted to take the time to share with you guys because this is extremely difficult, and I know how difficult it is for all of you, and I feel for you, but we are going to get through this. And I do think that there's light at the end of the tunnel very shortly here, I hope. And I just hope that some of these resources are helpful for you guys. Please, again, reach out if you have any questions, if there is something else specific that you're looking for. Because again, I just kind of picked and choose like what I was sharing with you because we just have so much here. We have more flashcards back there. I have a lot more that we're utilizing for Braden. I just didn't want to overwhelm you guys. So I will share more if you need more. And I also have like links and apps that I'd like to share too, but I'm going to have those put in the newsletter directly so that you can just click on them. That way you don't have to sit there and write down exactly what I'm saying. It'll be a lot easier if the link is just in the newsletter for you and you can click on them. So again, I hope this helps you guys. Hang in there. You're doing an amazing job. We are here to support you however we can. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for listening.